What's up, everybody? Appreciate you checking out Urban Legends podcast, where we interview living legends and people making legendary moves. But yo, I just got on Patreon. That's right, Justin Hires is officially on Patreon. Man, I'm showing y'all everything. Exclusive content, behind the scenes footage of the podcast, behind the scene footage of me at the music studio, behind the scene footage of me and my friends and my family life. It's crazy. This is exclusive footage and content you're not gonna find on any other site. It's only available on Patreon. Uncensored, unfiltered, pure comedy gold. Patreon, Justin Hires. Now, check out the latest episode of Urban Legends Podcast. What's what's happening with you?
I'm sorry now I was late. I had to get another COVID test, man.
Damn.
They test us every goddamn day out here shooting, so I can't. I'm doing what they protocol, man.
Are you playing? Are you playing Black Jesus? What you playing? What you working on?
Listen, I don't even shoot yet until Thursday, so they got me. They don't know if they want me like this or if they want me braided. I'm just letting it live right now till they tell me what they want me to do with it.
Hey, straight up, I be doing the same. Yo, I just got my hair done. Like, I had something done to it because I was looking just like you. Cause you know this COVID shit.
Listen, I've had a haircut since December.
Hey, straight up.
Since December, man. I've had a haircut since literally December. It's been 9 months, man.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, this is my assistant Lee.
What's going on, my man?
What's up, Lee?
He ain't gonna be on the main conversation. You go ahead and go, Lee. Get your ass on out of here.
Get your ass up out of here, Lee.
Get your ass on out of here, Lee. Fuck going on around here. Nah, but hey, man, I appreciate you, bro, for doing this. I know we ain't never like sat down and had no real conversation. Probably know each other through passing and stuff like that, man. But I'm somebody fully aware, fully admirer of you and your work, bro. And so without any further ado, man, welcome to Urban Legends. And I want you to know the reason I created this platform is because I wanted to celebrate people that I felt like are living legends and people that I feel like are making legendary moves out here. And I wanted to give people a platform that even if they're not at the Kevin Hart status yet, they have a place to come to promote whatever they got going on, to talk about what they're doing. And so that's why I wanted to even create a platform like this, because you somebody that I feel like been in the game, killing it for years, man. So appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you right back, man. Likewise.
Yeah. So anybody don't know, we talking to Jackie Long. I'm sure everybody already know this, man. ATL, Idlewild. The list goes on and on for this dude and his accomplishments. Real Husbands of Hollywood. I'm gonna tell you how I first became aware of you. I was filming Stomp the Yard down in Atlanta, Georgia. And Brian White, the actor Brian White, he was like, hey, man, it's this new cat coming on the scene. It's this new cat coming on the scene. And I'm a comedy nerd. So I'm like, oh, who is it? I'm like, who's this new cat coming on the scene? And he was like, hey, it's this dude named Jackie Long. Hey, man, he got this film coming out called ATL. Man, Hollywood is seeing him as like the next dude. Watch out for this guy named Jackie. I'm talking about he was singing your praises, bro. This before ATL, bro. And I was like, I gotta fucking find out who Jackie Long is. And ATL came out. You killed it, scene stiller. And I was like, I see why he was raving about this dude, man. So shout out.
Okay, there y'all go. That's tight.
Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't look like that right now, but that was
Yeah, you got your Moses look on right now.
Got my Moses, man.
look like you walked on water right before you got on this damn car. so listen, I want to back up, bro. When did you first get into acting? When did you catch the acting bug?
I definitely when I was young. You know, I've done it since I was maybe 8 years old. Like I did maybe my first commercial ever was a Church's Chicken commercial with Aunt Esther.
Dope.
And I hope I can find that commercial. But I'm gonna say I really got started at a young age. But if it wasn't like from my family and my like my friends that I grew up in my area, like motivating me, bagging on me, clowning me, letting me know like when I was this shit and when I wasn't this shit, I wouldn't be shit that I am today if it wasn't like people from my home, man. So it started basically when I was young, for sure.
And you grew up in Pasadena, California.
Pasadena all day, every day.
Hey man, shout out to Pasadena. I did some comedy shows. I do stand up too, so I used to do some comedy shows around there in Pasadena.
Yeah, you gotta say. Well, they get mad at me, so I gotta say Dina. I
Dina,
can't
okay.
say Pasadena, because I'm from Altadena and Pasadena, so it's like I gotta say Dina, or they be like, "Nah, you grew up with us in here. You went to school with us here. That's Pasadena Unified School District. Like, come on, But it's all love with them. I love my city to death.
Hey, so this is a thought I was always thinking about. Have you ever tried doing stand-up comedy? Because you're such a comedic actor, and I was like, I don't know if Jackie has ever actually done stand-up.
Well, that's how I actually started.
Oh, that's crazy. See, I never knew that, bro.
I got a few things out there, but honestly, in school, they used to always tell me, like, of course, I was funny, this and that. They said you should act, but I was always, how the hell do you get into acting? How do you act? Like, I don't know this. I don't have nobody in my family that does it or nothing, but I used to always go to the comedy clubs back in the day, where I used to see, of course, everybody and their mama, and they just used to always see me and be like, this little dude is so cool. And then I remember I got me a offer with Steve Harvey, and when he used to host the what was it, the Ha Ha Cafe?
Oh, yep, in North Hollywood.
When Steve Harvey used to host Ha Ha Cafe, I used to be the DJ up there.
That's crazy.
But before I used to DJ, he used to let me warm up the crowd or whatever, and I used to, write my stuff, come set up. But I always seen comedy as a thing, like everybody that I looked up to, like say for instance, Martin Lawrence, one of my favorites. When I used to see him at that time when I was doing it, it was like I seen everybody that used to do comedy that was on Def Comedy Jam and stuff. They was trying to do it to get on television.
Right.
So I was like, to me, I was like, shit, they doing this just to get on television.
You're like, I'm already here.
It so happened like I butted. It's like I having to do comedy really, and I got on TV. So when I got on TV, I was more like, do I need to do comedy now? It's like, can I just bring my comedy into my acting? And people say, oh, he's a funny motherfucker. He's funny. He's this and that. Because that's basically what I've been doing most of my career instead of doing comedy.
Gotcha. How old were you when you were doing the warm up for Steve Harvey at the Ha Ha?
Man, I'm going to have to say at least I was fresh out of high school. When I started, I was probably I was 17 when I graduated, so I was probably about 18 or 19 doing that.
And so how did he treat you? Was he nice? Was he a cool dude? Or did he?
Well, see, this how it happened. I used to do background work on the Steve Harvey show. I was a background extra. So they used to always call me, my nickname was Compton, because they'd be playing basketball and I'd be in some church shoes or whatever, balling with them, and they'd be like, this fool just dedicated. He okay. So when
sliding around in the church shoes?
Literally sliding around in my church shoes. And him and Cedric used to always call me Compton, and they just found a liking into me when I used to always do the background work, and they used to like see that I was real cool with Merlin Santana. So they used to always like invite me over, like, oh, Jackie's cool. He gonna be some one day. So it was like they was letting me in, even though I really wasn't in. You understand what I'm saying?
Straight up.
But they seen something in me, and like they just gave me opportunities to do stuff and let me, instead of giving me a handout, they gave me the opportunity to see what I do myself and see if I can, do what I did, man.
Hey, the thing about you, man, I could understand why they did that. Some people just have an aura about them. You just like them and you just want them to win. And you're one of those people, when you come up on the screen, I like him. I don't know why I like him. You know what I'm saying? But there's something about his energy that it's an automatic gravitation to. Let me tell you when I knew you was a beast of an actor. Before we get into like ATL and all the work and what you're working on now and the movies you've done, I'm gonna tell you when I knew you was a real deal actor. The only time I can really recall like being in the same room with you, we was auditioning for a McDonald's commercial. I mean, I was fresh to LA. I'm fresh out in LA. I had probably just got a commercial agent. And nigga, when I tell you, you was preparing so intensely, but you was like going over the lines, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I should be going over the lines. Like, maybe I'm looking at this. I was like, I'm like, he is really. I said he is an actor. I'm like, this dude. I understand why he's working out here because you was really focused, and I learned that from why you don't know I was watching you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over in the cut watching you like, damn, like, I'm like, nigga, I need to tighten up. I'm like, if I want to fucking have any type of career, I got to make sure I'm taking this shit serious, you know, because I'm like, I'm trying to get to where he at, you know?
Yep.
So that, I'm just letting you know, that's, you know, just, you never know.
I appreciate that, man. I never knew that. And I'm glad you told me that because I'm still the same way, man. For whoever watching me now, if y'all don't know, take them lines serious. Take them lines serious. Them lines cannot just take you to another level, but they can teach you stuff too. Because everything that I've ran across from different roles, some of that stuff that I'm playing a character or role, I didn't even learn this in school. So it's like new knowledge that I'm getting when they tell you if I was playing a doctor, they would bring a doctor in to show you what a doctor really does. You know, in school, you just know what a doctor is, you know this, you know that, but you don't really know what they really go through. And when they bring you in to do these jobs, they have certain people that come in and teach you stuff. And I always used to say, you know what? I know I'm doing somebody else's project and I don't want to be rude and coming in improvising and doing all this stuff because some people want you to say the words verbatim right there, say it right, the line for line. Right. And as an actor, yes, it's amazing to improv. If you got that talent, do it. But sometimes say the words how they supposed to say, even though it don't sound right to you. Sometimes when it come on film, it's the way that it was supposed to be said and written. And you might be, oh, damn, I must talk with a little ghetto-ness in me there because that was right and I didn't feel it. Right. People don't understand something that's awkward are the most priceless things. Like really, it'll catch the moment that you thought was awkward, but it's the best moment you can ever get and it's caught. You know, so that all comes out of your lines. You got to know what your lines mean. You got to know how to deliver them. And you just got to know your lines. It's like, don't just know your lines just to remember. Oh, I know my lines, remember, but remember what you're talking about. Know what you're saying in them lines. Know what you're having a conversation about with this person. Don't just look at it like you know your lines and you just repeating them back what somebody said. No, lines have emphasis in them. You have to speak them clearly. You have to pronounce them right. It's so many things because it's somebody always, like you just said, somebody's always watching you. There's somebody out there watching you that's saying, damn, I like the way he talks. I like the way he speaks. I like the way how he listens. I like the way how he gives the, like just everything is somebody's always watching. I always looked at me being my mom's only son. I got two sisters. I'm her only boy. I already looked at that as a challenge. Like, damn, I don't got no, like I got two sisters and I'm the only one. So my mama gonna always show them probably favoritism, but it wasn't like that. I just thought that. So I always said, whatever it is, I'm always keep my little sisters and my older sister in competition with me, meaning to be who's going to be a great child for our mom. Gotcha. You know, even though we're all great child, but I always said they're going to be my motivation because we all make our mom proud, but I'm the one I always say, I want to make my mama proud. Right. You know, right.
That's amazing, man. Hey, so you grew up, so your father wasn't around? What was that situation?
My father wasn't around. He's a great dude, man. But my dad did drugs. And, you know, when you do drugs, you start stealing from people, doing the wrong things. And, you know, my mama to this day probably still loves my dad because he's a character, you know. And I always looked at it just because of what my dad did, that doesn't mean he's not my father. I love my daddy. He chose to do that drug. It doesn't, you know, make him, like, he's older now, so he's different, you know. But I never neglected my father because of what he did. He never was an abusive dude to my mother, nothing. My mama just left him because he was doing drugs and started stealing from her and shit for the drugs. So it was like, you gotta get rid of
stay out my purse, nigga. Will you stay your ass?
Get your ass up out of here. But nah, my dad always was a great dude, personality. Like I just seen my dad before I got here, and he came to help me clean out one of my closets. Like we still tight. We cool. My mama got my stepdad in her life, and she's still cool with my dad and everything. It's like, it's just something that he did. You know, if my dad wasn't on drugs, he would still be in her life, you know,
Right,
in our
straight up.
life. Like, so, you know, just real shit.
Hey, every family got him. I just
Everybody.
lost my brother, but I mean he was the same situation, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm
You
joking.
stupid.
I'm
You
joking.
stupid.
Hey, so hey,
You stupid as
I know
hell.
niggas are probably like, this nigga crazy. He just laughing at his brother. Hey,
Yeah,
no, man,
laugh at
I'm
his
just
brother.
talking shit. But
He do comedy, y'all. He
I
do
do comedy,
comedy.
everybody. If you
Come
don't like
on,
it, fuck
y'all.
you. So hey, here's a question. Did you take acting classes coming
Yes.
up?
Yes, I went to if it wasn't for this dude, I'm like never one of them dudes. Even if you have problems with people, I still speak their name unless I hated their ass. But this dude named Keno K. Derry, man, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even learn the loop of this whole industry. Like how to get to look in a Backstage West magazine newspaper to try to find out how to do short films, how to get headshots, how to go to acting school. If it wasn't for Keno, literally, man, he introduced me to JD Furtado. That's acting school. He introduced me to Aaron Spicer, and those was the only two that I went to when I first started. And I maybe went to Tasha Smith just as I was working in the game a little longer. I maybe went to hers twice just to get that. Okay, do I need to be here or do I not need to be here? JD's was a commercial class, and Aaron Spicer was a theatrical class. And the stuff that I learned in both was so amazing. It made me realize basically all acting is to me, besides having a delivery with your lines, it's all about not having fear to me. And if you don't have fear, you can do anything.
Straight
As
up.
an actor, you're supposed to not have fear because you're portraying somebody else. If they had to take their shirt off, show your face, you gotta remember you're not playing Jackie Long or Justin Hires. You're playing a character. So at the end of the day, I always looked at it like, if I don't need, not to say, I'm not telling people to listen to me because I did it, but as I got older and working more in the game, I still always say, yes, you can work on your craft, make your craft better, do it completely. But I always look at it, damn, do I really need to go to acting class anymore? I say, not really, unless I'm fear of doing something, then I should go. But if I don't have no fear, I don't need to go to acting class because I'm not afraid to read these lines. I'm not afraid to learn these lines. I'm not afraid to study all day. And I'm not afraid to get on that set and do all that shit that I just said and deliver it.
Straight up.
So if I'm scared to do all of that, I don't need to be in that film. They don't need to cast me. They need to let me find out or get somebody who's not scared and go kill that role. I'm not one of them dudes that want all the roles. Of course, you in your back of your head, you do, but I don't. I want the roles that's right for me and the ones that God think is gonna help me get somewhere and leave a message for somebody that really watching me and they can learn something to say, damn, I like how Jackie went for funny. Damn, this movie he went serious hell. Damn, this movie he played gangster. Damn, this movie he played a fucking battle rapper. It's like, it's so many things that I don't want to be that actor that's typecast as funny, or serious.
Right.
Know me for my talent. I commend the ones like one of my favorites, Jamie Foxx.
Absolutely.
I love how Jamie goes into funny. You know when he's funny. When he does his dramatic stuff, you know when he's dramatic. And you feed off of both of them and you know which one he's giving you. So I always like people like, there's so many down the line more, but I'm just using Jamie because he's a person that comes from comedy and he comes from the series. Even I like Chris Tucker. People they rarely get to see Chris Tucker in his real serious roles, but he can play the hell out of some serious roles.
Absolutely.
But people just know him because of his voice and all it is. They always try to do this. And I can talk about the great ones, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is so amazing when he does his serious stuff. And we already know how amazing he is when he does his funny. So I always wanted my career to be longevity instead of, a short career. Rather, they just typecast me, put me in all the funny stuff. I don't think I'm that type of actor, and I never would want to be one of them actors. If I was, I'm going to work my hardest to be the opposite of the one that I'm great at anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, because I don't ever want you to come up with you might be writing a script, because I know that's what you do now. We're older, we're doing our own thing. You might write a script and be like, damn, you might see this character that's funny, then it's a serious one. You might, damn, Jackie, you killed that role. Shit, but Jackie might kill this role too.
Right.
So it's like, I'd rather somebody thinking of me like that than thinking of me once. Yeah, if it's a funny role and it's supposed to be for you, that's meant for you. But if there's an opportunity where you know that I can really play this serious role, cast me. If it's something that you really think I should play that funny role, cast me, because that's the one that you thought, God thought, and obviously if I got it, that's the one I was supposed to do.
Straight up.
You know, and that's just real.
Have you ever done a film that you was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that movie?
You know, we all done that. we all done that. I still be sitting back praying, like, I hope that motherfucker don't never come out, because the bigger you get, they just be putting shit out. They be starring. You wasn't even you could have had 2 lines in the motherfucking movie. They put you on the box and everything, starring Jackie Long. What? I had 1 line in there. I wasn't even in the movie. Like,
I only asked that question because I saw you did a movie called Pastor Shirley, and I haven't seen the movie, but the cover art alone, yes.
Listen, Pastor Shirley. Honestly, it's so funny. I want you to watch it too. It's a good movie.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
The cover will throw you off, but it's honestly a good movie.
Okay.
The ones that haven't been seen, I'm surprised that they haven't been out. Like, and it's some that I did that I'm mad that never come. Like it's this movie that I did, Doorman, that I shot out here in New York years ago. Such a good movie, never been out. You know,
what's the reason behind why it never came out?
The dude who owned it, it was an independent, but we could have sold it to Netflix and a whole bunch of stuff. But he was being money hungry, trying to get more money. So by trying to get more money, people are like, okay, whatever. Then you get pushed back. Then it's to the point now, come on.
Nobody want to deal with it.
Nobody want to deal with it no more. And it's time to move on. You know, so it's just a movie that went away. But, you know, like I say, you keep working, you never give up. You're going to just keep getting stuff and making things happen, man.
Well, let's talk about a classic. Let's get to this classic that you were a part of, which is ATL. How did that come apart? How do you remember the audition process for that? If you had to audition, and what was that all about? The preparation to that.
That whole thing was crazy. If it wasn't for a couple of people first, I'm gonna say Dallas Austin first, and then if it wasn't for Dallas Austin, that's the reason how I met Tina Chisholm, who was the writer for the movie. And after Tina Chisholm, if it wasn't for Tina Chisholm, I wouldn't have met Chris Robinson, because Dallas Austin told Tina Chisholm so much about me that he was gonna be producing this movie and blah blah blah. She's like, I'm a writer. She's like, do you know Chris Robinson? I'm like, no, I just know he this big guy, blah blah blah. That director. She was like, well, I want to set you up with an audition, you know, at least a meet and greet. I think you'd be perfect for one of the roles in the thing. I say whatever. They called me maybe like 3 days after that. I do a little audition for Chris. That was in LA at the time, and that was all I heard. Hear nothing. One day I go to dinner in Monrovia with my mom and everybody. They give me a call while I'm at the dinner table and say I gotta leave and get on a flight that night to Atlanta. I'm thinking I got cast for one of the roles.
Right. I booked it.
Still didn't get cast. So I gets there. I'm out there. They got us going to skating class. Lauren London, T.I., Jason Weaver, Albert, everybody, the twins, Malika and Khadijah, everybody got their roles down there. But they don't know if they wanted me to play Esquire or if they wanted me to play Teddy, which was Jason Weaver's role. But as I'm there every day, they started winding it down. Jason Weaver was Teddy. They wanted me, and they wanted Rob. What's that dude named Rob Brown? What's the dude, the actor Rob Brown? You know from
not the one from That's So Raven. You talk about Orlando Brown?
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, Rob Brown.
You
I know
Rob
you talking
Brown.
about. Yeah, I'm finna look him up.
Rob Brown. He played on that movie. What is it? Hold on. You know Rob Brown. They wanted him to play Esquire too, but I think he had just finished. There you go, Finding Forrester.
And Coach Carter.
Yes.
This is when my assistant is supposed to be pulling shit up when we don't know shit, Lee. We struggling.
So Rob Brown.
This nigga Lee somewhere with his dick out. Right, thank you. I appreciate it.
I got you back. So that's Rob Brown, everybody. That's Rob Brown.
This is a $0 budget production. So it was
amazing actor too. But they wanted him for the role. And I guess, you know, like you say, when it's your time, it's your time. I think something happened where I don't know if he wanted more money or if the time didn't work with him because he was getting ready to shoot something else. Because you gotta remember he was doing a lot after Finding Forrester. Everybody wanted him.
Coach Carter.
Yeah, he was doing a lot. So for him to you know, for me to be against him, I already felt in my eyes that I already had won. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going against somebody. So rather if I left Atlanta and they flew me out there and I went back home, at least I was gonna go with my head up because I was like, at least they know who I am now. They know, they hear my name. Will Smith know who I am now. Crazy. That's what I was saying, you know, because I was thinking it's their project, you know. So I was like, at the end of the day, if I don't get this role, they know who I am, man. But it all turned out the way it was supposed to be, man. It was the greatest blessing of my life.
Man, absolutely, bro. Hey, this is what I always wanted to know. When you booked it, when you found out T.I. was the lead at that time, were you thinking, oh no, like I don't know if this is gonna turn out good, or did you have faith? Or did you have faith in this?
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you why I definitely probably had faith because I shot this movie Idlewild before I did ATL.
Oh, so that came first.
Yeah, so I was already working with rappers, which was Andre 3000, Big Boy, and you know, so on. And that when I was doing that movie, you know, I was already thinking like how I probably would have, like how you thought I was thinking. Cause I was like, damn, I love Andre and Big Boy, but I ain't never seen them act. But the role that I got is a nice role. I would love to just, even if this did fail, shit, I was like, I'm doing a movie with Outkast. But the movie ended up being, of course, a great one. But I had that feeling going in there with them because I never seen them act or anything. So when they told me about T.I. and he's the dude of Atlanta, I was more like, you know what? I just finished working with rappers that's from Atlanta. And I'm like, this dude can't be too bad. I don't know who this dude is. You know, I heard some of his music at the time. And literally, when we first met, he was just so cool. All whatever I did think about him, it was gone because he was so cool. And he was such, even at a younger age, he was even business-like. So it was all like, you know what? Nice to meet y'all. We gonna be tight for the rest of our life, y'all. Let's make this money and do this movie and make history. That's how it felt, you know, and that's what we did. So I see, you know, T.I., he done got more roles and even done got better and better and better, you know, like all of us. But I think it was perfect at the time when he got this role and the way that he played it, it was perfect for him.
Yeah, man. That's great. When I first saw it, I you know, I didn't work with the nigga and I ain't work with no rappers. So I was thinking, oh no. But God made a way. But let me tell you something about T.I., man. First of all, what you said about him is absolutely correct. I've only met him one time. I was doing some shows with Kevin Hart. I just name dropped. And we were doing these shows and T.I. showed up in the audience and I was like, what's up, man? He was like, man, what's up, man? I'm Tip. You know, but he was super cool. I was like, this is a cool ass dude, bro. He's personally in my top 5. And I ain't just saying that. I mean that shit.
Real shit. Great dude. Great dude, man.
And he's funny. He's funny.
He's funny and he don't even know how funny he is sometimes.
Yeah, bruh. So salute to T.I., man. So I was talking shit, but nigga, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Come on the show. So okay, so Lauren London and all those cast was already cast. This is what I love, the dynamic. I love anytime you and Jason Weaver are together.
I
There,
love Jason Weaver, man. I love
he
him.
he's one of those other guys that you just always root. There's something about his energy.
It's his spirit or something. I don't know. It's his voice. It's like Jason is a cool dude. Like right after ATL, we did another movie called Love for Sale.
Right.
And I literally only did that movie because of Jason Weaver.
Straight up.
I said, like when they was like me and Jason gonna be best friends. I said, dude, y'all don't know. I love this dude. This is Michael Jackson. This is the nigga. This is him.
The voice of Simba when he's singing.
Dude, I'm like, y'all don't know. This dude right here got so much talent to this day. I always say, I can't use the word underrated no more because he's not underrated. He Jason Weaver. Fuck that. He Jason Weaver. He is so amazing, and I'm glad he's still like in the game and he's still doing it. Because you know, some people have worked in games so long, they start doing other stuff and don't want to do it. And I'm so glad Jason still does this because he got so much more to teach people and so much more roles that he deserved that he hasn't got. And I know he's gonna do them. So any time they say I got something to do with Jason Weaver, they already know I'm agreeing like myself with it because I'm a big fan of this dude, man. Big, huge fan of that dude.
Me too,
I think people sleep on him a lot.
Well, I always see him in that Jamie Foxx realm when it comes to hear somebody that can act, can sing, and even with him, it's like I feel like he almost just need like that Kanye person for people to really understand how great of a singer he's had that moment before, but he's still so relevant that I would love to hear Jason Weaver singing on somebody.
I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah,
I know he's still dope. I know it.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Hey, when you was working on the set of Idlewild, how was you got any Andre 3000 stories? Like,
man, Andre 3000 was the funniest, weirdest motherfucker I ever met that I fell in love with. That dude is the greatest, dude. He was literally every day on set. You would think Andre 3000, you know how some of these rappers got entourage, damn near 80 security. This dude didn't have nobody.
Damn.
And he would literally be on set every day, either walking around with his sides in his hand, learning or playing a guitar, just practicing with some Stacy Adams old school boots and some jeans. That because this is at the time when we did Idlewild, this is when he was working on his clothing line.
Wow. Okay.
So he literally was wearing like these same jeans every day. And I was like, this motherfucker is so awesome and amazing. All the women was just on him. They was loving him. And I said, that nigga wore the same drawers and man, for the last 4 days and they loving him still.
This nigga stank.
I said, this nigga stinking ass is walking around here amazing. And all the women is just loving him. His hair was just like, it was just different, slick back to the side. He had his little mustache. And I was like, this dude was so interesting, dude, because you know who he is. You know he changed his name. You know all this stuff about him. You know who his baby mama is. You know all this. So to see him in Big Boy, but to see Andre, it was just like, this dude is the most talented rapper ever on the planet. I don't care what they say.
He in my top 5 too.
He for sure. He's for sure. And just to be working on a movie with Outkast, man, that was like, I'm not gonna say a dream come true. It was a true. It was a true. It was a true. That's what it was. Just something true that had to happen, man. And I'm glad Brian Barber, you know, believed in me on this role. Rather, if they made the role up last minute, I don't know what it was, but I'm glad they put my character in this movie, man. And it's been a great thing since that movie from what we did that with HBO. I think that came out 2005 or 6 or something.
Yeah, I think 2006.
Yep, and man, we still getting acknowledged from that movie to this day.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was going to school at Clark Atlanta University at that time, so the whole Idlewild in ATL, I'm right there at the movie theaters watching that. And I was like, this guy Jackie Long did it. I'm fucking a student, 18, 19, 20. Oh, wow. Brian White was right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's so funny because you just never know. See, I'm not one of them type of people that's not go give people their flowers and not tell people the impact and influence they had on me. You had no idea that me, a college student at Clark Atlanta University is watching you on the screen like, damn, I heard about this dude, and damn, this dude doing it, man, this dude is amazing, and I'm trying to get on the screen like him. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to talk about entourages and stuff. I know it was a time that you was kicking it with Diddy Tough.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that relationship come about, the you and Diddy? Because every time I saw Diddy, I saw you at one time. And just there we go. Okay, Leo, he back on his job. This nigga took a lunch break.
I honestly met Puff through Dallas Austin.
Okay.
Through Dallas Austin, and literally it was the same thing how Dallas Austin found a liking into me. Me and Puffy like the same sign of Scorpio. So it was like he seen the same in me. I was loud, I talked, everybody liked me, I got a lot of energy. And I don't know if he's seen something in him that he's seen in me or whatever, but he was just always like, that's a cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he thought of me. And I thought the same about him. So it was just always, it was just something that I don't know how some of the things happen in my life, man, but they happen. It's like you got to be at the right place at the right time sometimes.
Hey, did he ever take you shopping? Because I heard he be taking people shopping. Is this true? And if so, can I go?
Listen, I ain't never been on one of them shopping things. I ain't never went shopping. I probably ate some food at his house from a chef cooking some food now.
Straight up.
Or something like that.
Straight up. And I'm only talking about rappers because we're talking about rappers. And so then I saw also, I'm doing my research, 50 Cent at one point was saying you owed him money. I personally didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about it. What happened? Like, what was the money situation about?
Not a damn thing, man. These people in social media, man, they take things and flip it to this day. Me and 50 is like this. To this day. That whole incident came up because I'm on a TV show that I shoot in LA called Games People Play on BET.
BET, yep.
50 was watching the episode. I was on the phone with. I said, 50, watch my show air tonight. He records scenes that I was in and just say, look at Jackie, like basically saying my boy. People took it as he was joking on me or whatever, and they started saying, "Oh, Jackie must owe you some money too."
Oh, okay.
50 said, we both said, let them run with it. Let them believe that. Let them think that. Till this day, they still think that. But I don't know why to this day they see me with 50. To this day, we still like everywhere.
I see you gave a shout out on your Instagram recently.
They still say, oh, 50 must be on it. They say the stupidest thing. And all you can do is entertain it. I'm
about to say, what I'm gonna let you finish. Finish what you was about to say.
All I can say is I got something for their ass.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Now, when you speak like that, my only thought is you finna pop up on one of these power shows.
I'm not saying nothing, brother. I'm just chilling, brother.
I'm putting the clues together. I'm thinking now you are in New York right now. They do film it in New York. You cool with it? You don't gotta say it, but that's the clues that I'm putting together.
I'm just chilling, my brother.
My homeboy London Brown, he's on a show called Ballers. But he's on Power Book 3, the Raising Canaan.
That's the
show.
one, Raising Canaan. That's the one. Okay, yep.
Yeah. So I know he on that. So yeah, man. But hey, man, well, I don't know what you're doing, but that's gonna be a nice look if that is what you're doing.
Hey, I can't tell you right now, sir.
Hey, you know what I wanted to tell you? Hold on. Me and you got similar fashion. Oh, you got that COVID throat. You okay? You all right?
I just did my test. We good.
Okay. Hey, bro, this is so crazy. I'm looking up photos of you, and bro, look at this.
Boy, that's funny as fuck.
Look, we got the same.
I was about to say, nigga, where you get my jacket from? Like, nigga, you took my shit off the screen?
Hey, nigga.
That's hilarious. My sister bought me that shit, and I wore that on the Keisha Cole talk show.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You got that same shit. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. I said, yo, he gonna be like, that's crazy as hell. I'm like, that's so. And I wore that shit when I was last time I was in New York. I was meeting with some publicists, and I was like, let me try to look like I got some fashion. So I was like, yeah, the cheetah sweater that'll get them.
Hey, I only wore that shit one time. I ain't wore it again since. I ain't wear that shit since. I'm like, I'm scared to wear it again. I'm like, damn. I don't know if I should or if I should. I don't know.
Because it's so unique. It's specific. It's like, I don't want to be seen wearing this multiple times.
You don't. You just don't want to be seen too many times.
This is what I had to know about. Because this shit is urban legends. I had to know about this. There was a time when you dated the greatest athlete of all time, Serena Williams. How did y'all meet?
Mutual friends. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Mutual friends. Mutual friends, man. And that's all. It was mutual friends, and it was a good time. That's all I can say. It was a good time, man.
All right, good. Okay. All right, you like, nigga, I ain't talking about that one.
Yeah, like, hey, they moved on, man. That was years ago. I wish her nothing but the best, though. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, it's just legendary shit. I was like, that I don't know what's more legendary than that. I'm trying to see what you. Okay, so there's a couple more things I wanted to ask. One, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned since being in Hollywood? You know, and what's something that you wish you could have told yourself, like before the ATL and those type things? Like, what's something you wish you would have known, and then, you know, and what's something like a big lesson that you learned?
The big lesson that I probably learned by watching other people is work hard and never give up. Especially in the business that we in, because it's so many entertainers that want to be on TV, but some of them don't know if they want to be on TV just to be famous, or if they want to be on TV to really get the gold trophy, you know? And I look at it, even if I don't get the gold trophy, I can get, there's so many other awards you can get. You understand what I'm saying? But you know which one the gold trophy is. But I always say, I will stay acting no matter what until the day I get even acknowledged to even get that thing.
Straight up.
Even if I never get it, just if you acknowledge to know that I can get it, I'm happy. But it's only gonna take hard work and never giving up. Because I've seen a lot of people that to this day I think more talented than me that should be in stuff, doing stuff, but they either smoking weed all day now, or they done got out of shape, or they don't look the way they do, and they done lost that field of people seeing them and loving them because they gave up when they was getting, oh, I should have had this role, or fuck that, I'm gonna go smoke then and give them my stress. But now you're starting to do so many other drugs and so many other things and drinking. Now you're not looking like the person you was. Now you're starting to go do crazy things, getting tattoos on your face, and this is your money. This is you got to keep this right. So it would definitely be not giving up and working hard, man. Those is the main thing, because everybody that I see that's going to this date, they haven't stopped working hard. and they haven't gave up.
Right.
So I see that, and it's so easy to do. I'm not scared to work hard.
Right.
And I don't want to be a person that gives up on anything. So if I'm focused on one thing, which is acting, and I got other things that I might have talent for, I'm going to do them. But I'm going to do them when the time is right, because I got to focus on this one first. I'm not one of them dudes that's going to be doing this and doing that, because it's like you're going to stress yourself out.
Right.
You're going to fail at all of them at the same time. And then you're going to think, oh, shit, man, I ain't going to do it. That's why I always tell people, the one you fail at the most, that's the one you need to be doing.
Absolutely.
Because if you
fail
fail
with your left hand.
You feel what I'm saying? If you failed at it so much, that means you didn't give up to go keep trying to fail, or whatever the people thought, or you thought you failed. You didn't fail because you kept going. So if you do decide to give up, just get that out of your head. There's no giving up, man.
Straight up.
Because if I give up, not to say anything, that gives Justin Hires the opportunity now. Dude,
right.
Justin Hires should always get his opportunity, but the opportunity that I should get, I should be getting it. But if I'm slowing down and not doing what I'm supposed to do, now I'm letting Justin Hires go get my job.
Yep.
And it might not even be Justin Hires' time to get that job.
Right.
It might have been my time, but Justin got it because I bullshitted, was scared, didn't want to go to the audition, or felt like I don't want to do this work because they don't have such and such there. They're going to give it to him anyway, or they ain't going to think I'm the right person. You go through them. When you go through them things, man, that's when people start giving up. And I have never in my life ever thought, I thought about going to auditions and they say self-tape. I say, I don't want to self-tape. They'll never hire nobody with no goddamn self-tape. Guess what? This job I'm doing right now, look at all of these years I've been acting. I got my first job off a goddamn self-tape.
Crazy. But so I was literally right before this conversation, I was talking to my homeboy and I was telling him how I prefer self-tape, because you could do the audition however many times until the shit is perfect.
Until it's perfect.
If you send in a bad self-tape, you ain't shit. You probably shit.
You ain't shit. You literally ain't shit, especially with the COVID, the pandemic right now. That's the only way that you can audition.
Now I'm going to tell you something else. I keep interviewing all you young black actors. I'm the only nigga doing COVID not auditioning for shit. I'm firing my whole fucking team, yo.
Wait, you say you doing what?
I'm the only actor that haven't been auditioning for shit, bro. My team hasn't sent me one fucking audition, bruh, since March. Zero, nothing. Every person I talk to.
Time to fire them.
Yeah, they get fired.
I've been going out for voiceovers, commercials, literally every fucking thing. Everything. And I don't know. I thought when all this shit happened, maybe like the first month for a while, I was like, damn, I guess I ain't gonna be able to act or do nothing. Let me go sign up for unemployment shit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, straight up.
You know
I feel you.
Go sign up for unemployment and shit. But man, my agents, they've been doing their thing. And luckily, like, I got good people in my life, that
I ain't got nobody
that got jobs and want me to like do stuff with them. So like I say, I know the right people. I'm around the right people, and I just stay humble, and things happen for me, man. I don't beg God for nothing. I just thank God for things. I don't beg him for nothing. I just thank him. And at the end of the day, all I can do is thank. I haven't even worked yet. They can cancel my job today, but I can still say, thank you, God, for even giving me the opportunity just being here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. It's like life has been so great for me. My family's great. I lost, some loved ones, my grandparents recently and stuff. But it was basically because everybody in life has to pass, no matter what. And it's all something that you got to be able to overcome and deal with it. And I always look at deaths when people die to me, like they want me happy for them. meaning they don't want you to be sad because they gone. They want me to keep doing what I'm doing and keep living on, keep talking shit, keep being funny. Jackie, keep doing what you're doing. Don't get depressed and sad because I'm gone. I'm going to teach your ass a lesson right now.
Right.
Because if I was here, I couldn't teach you the lesson. Now that I'm gone, I can teach you the lesson because I don't have to tell you what I really want to tell you. You're going to see it and you're going to learn from it. So I hate that my grandparents is gone. I hate anybody that's in my love life that I lost is gone. But I thank God because he's taught me something from each death that I had. And all it does is make me a stronger and a humble person. And to this day, I will always be that same guy. I don't let this fame get to me. Fuck fame. Fuck work. It's like, you know, it's you're only something if you make something out of yourself by doing what you're doing. So all this shit, they can hand me a role. That doesn't mean I'm going to kill it. That doesn't mean everybody in the world's going to see it. What does that mean? You know, so just I take me being humble and being kind is a bigger role than me getting a role. Straight you know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm going to do when I get the role, you know, but what am I going to do when I'm after the role? Am I going to be cocky? Am I going to be an asshole? No, I'm going to be humble and kind so I can get another role.
Yeah, I always tell people, I mean, the way you stay working in Hollywood is through relationships.
The best.
And the only way you go maintain the relationships is being a good human being, you know?
Yep.
I want to touch on at the end now, the Zeus Network.
Yes.
I know you got a show that you executive producing. Talk about that because I don't know how many people are aware of the Zeus Network. I mean, I am, and I'm sure y'all have a growing fan base and subscribers and things like that. But just talk about that.
Zeus is a great platform for people. It's for a lot of things to make people with talent be seen. You know, talent, because a lot of people don't get opportunities. And Zeus is a network, is Black owned, that he's basically giving people opportunities, rather not even the reality shows and all that stuff over there. He has shows that he even have, like people that pitched him ideas, where it's either sketch comedy shows or whatever, but he's giving people a platform to do stuff. So with the platform that he gave me, I ran into Chance, and you know, everybody know Chance from VH1 from back in the day. And when I ran into him from one of my boys, Smitty, I just asked him random questions like, what you been doing? And, you know, he was probably a little hurt still because of his brother passing and all this. And I asked him, has he heard of the Zeus Network? He said, yeah, man, I've been trying to get a hold of them. And I said, man, me and Ray J is like damn near the dude over there, Lemmy. That's like our head dude, you know, the Emmanuel Plummer. And he was like, hook me up. Literally took him over there. Lemmy loves me to death. I love Lemmy. You know, I told Ray J all about it. Ray J was like, let's do it. He'll love it. I took Chance over there. We created this show. That's my dog. We created this show called One More Chance with Chance. And it's going to be another reality show of him finding love. And it's going to be really a big hit. It's going to be a real big hit because literally the way that Zeus shoots stuff is very uncut. They not like all these other real... They not like all these other reality where they cutting stuff and taking stuff off. They doing a lot of stuff that should be seen that you don't really get to see on the other shows. So that's another platform of Zeus that really likes that make people excited about watching these shows. And now he's starting to get good content rather than some of the stuff. And he know I tell him some stuff he had is great and some stuff Zeus have is bullshit. It's like, come on, why you got this shit on here, Lemmy? That shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't. But now, you know, as your companies get bigger, you understand your company now. You start changing. You know what type of projects you should take. You know the type of projects you should be doing. And if anybody didn't know Lemmy, he comes from editing first. Right. He used to edit big time before he started owning companies and doing all this stuff. So he sees things different than a lot of people do, and it's his company, so he get to show it how he wanted to be seen. And his visual of it is amazing.
And anybody don't know, it's like it's basically like a Black owned like Netflix, right? Is that the best way you could describe it?
It's a Black owned Netflix.
Straight up.
Black owned Netflix. He just what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do to help him out with me and Ray J. I want to try to help him do more stuff over there like films. and stuff. So,
Yeah.
just to get in the family and everything, I just, brought this dude and I'm producing this show with him and everything. But it was like him and Ray J was already working together, but this was me and his leadway into starting a business together instead of being friends. Because I hate just being friends with people in life. Right. I really hate that. And I hate to use the word hate, but if it's somebody that you hang with every day and you love him and he love you, or you love her and she love you, y'all should be doing business together. Straight up. Meaning, it don't matter what type of business it is, as long as it's somewhere y'all both getting a little something out of something, because we can be friends all our life, but come enjoy my life with me, or I can enjoy my life with you, or I help you out. So any friend of mine that I know that's doing something big and positive, I'm going to always either try to give them an idea, or if they ask me for some advice, I'm going to give them advice. Like, Lemmy always try to get me on his shows to do a reality, and I always be straightforward with him. I say, Lemmy, I'm an actor. Right. I don't do reality, brother. I say I don't think it'll never be a time in my life where I will ever do a reality. I don't care if I fell off. I don't care if it can give me all the attention in the world. I don't want that type of attention. Right. I want the attention for me doing films. I like to work. Reality isn't no work. It's just for attention, fame, celebrity status, which is good. Some people go on and do other things with their life with it, and it can help them out. But I'm not that type of dude. I will produce stuff like that, right? And entertain it or whatever. But that's not where I want to go, And
do you do any writing? Do you write?
I do some writing and everything. I got writing partners and everything. I got some movies we've been writing, and it's so funny, since I've been here, I just came up with a new idea of a new movie that I can't wait to tell him about.
Dope, man. Because like I said, bro, I'm a fan of your work, man. I appreciate you are.
And I'm a fan of you too, Jess. I was a little mad at you for a while too.
Why?
You got that goddamn TV role that I wanted, but I'm glad that the TV show got cut off.
What, Rush Hour?
You goddamn right. I said, this nigga working with one of my favorites, goddamn. He working with Chris Tucker, goddamn, and I was mad as a motherfucker. Because I went in for that shit.
I assumed you went in for it.
I went in, and they would have me on there getting close. But when they told me, because you was hot, you was like doing a lot of shit for a minute. You was getting that and some other shit. Yeah. And I was like, okay, Justin coming up, but I'm tired of seeing his little ass. I'm tired of seeing him. And I ain't on shit. I was tired of seeing his little ass. I was like doing movies and shit, but I was like, fuck that movie. I want to give him that TV show that nigga doing Rush Hour right now. I was upset.
Let me tell you something about that TV money. That TV money good. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I've been on MacGyver going on 5 years now. And
that's the one you on right now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. So basically, after they canceled, Rush Hour got canceled in the middle of the commercial. But after they canceled Rush Hour, CBS offered me MacGyver, and so I went over to MacGyver, and yeah.
That's big. You work with, what's her name? I love her.
Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
she go with old boy though.
Jesse Usher.
Yeah,
he doing an episode. He doing an episode of Urban Legends.
So, I like them together though. She's a beautiful girl though. I like them together. They cool, because Jesse, I know Jesse real good. We cool. I know her. We cool. And I was gonna bring that up because I was like, you work with somebody that I like. I was like, you got that Jesse thing. I was gonna bring up MacGyver, motherfucker. Shit, you ain't slick good. Let you go from a white show to another white show. Ain't that a bitch?
But let me tell you something though, man. I still revere what you've accomplished because you're a part of the culture. So I appreciate being on CBS. I appreciate Rush Hour and MacGyver. But there's something about having your community behind you. There's something about all of the black community know Jackie Long. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you black and you don't know Jackie Long, nigga, you just slipping.
You blind.
Blind. That's crazy. And so that's even something that I'm still striving for, which is even part of the reason I'm doing this podcast, you know what I'm saying? To let people know, like, yeah, I'm on these type shows, but make no mistake, man, I'm part of the culture too. You know what I'm saying? And I love the culture. I love what you've done for the community and what you're doing. I love your mindset. And but that's funny. I mean, I assumed a lot of people like T.I., they was about to hire T.I. for Rush Hour. I don't even know did you know that?
I did not know that.
It was between me and T.I. And really, T.I. had the role. I think he had a concert or something when there was
about for the concert, ain't he?
Yeah. A shooting happened outside of the concert. And I think at the time, CBS was like, no, Negro, I don't think so. And
not having that.
And so he didn't have nothing to do with the shooting. But the fact that it just happened at a T.I. concert, I think they got cold feet. I think this is what I was told.
Probably real talk. Yeah.
And so then that's when I was attached to a pilot for MTV. I went in and auditioned super last. I was literally the last day they was auditioning people.
Wow.
And go to self-tape. I did my callback on self-tape. But I was able to fucking perfect that motherfucking self-tape.
Listen, boy, that motherfucker got you where you was supposed to go.
Yeah, straight up.
That's what I'm talking about.
But it's so funny. I could definitely see you playing the Carter character, of course. I mean, and
man, listen, I was like, that nigga too short. That nigga ain't even tall enough. I was mad as a motherfucker. I said, I was hating this shit. I was like, but at the end of the day, I really was like, I hope that motherfucker blow that show up so he can get some other shows over there and hire my black ass.
Hey, but straight up, I mean, that's what I'm working on now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you just said that. I mean, you got your project that you got right now, but that's why I'm glad to have these conversations like this, because I am working on some stuff with CBS and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? And that's really my whole thing is I'm all about being able to open doors and provide opportunities for other people that I find talented, bro. That's what I'm all about. So, man, that's it, man. I appreciate you. Again, I've had this platform to celebrate people making legendary moves, people I consider living legends. You're a king, and you hold that crown high, brother. And that's it, man. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Well, thank you, Justin, for having me, man. And I know you probably was like, damn, Jackie probably ain't gonna get on this shit today. But literally, I seen your messages and everything, and I was like, man, these damn COVID people don't hurry up, come take my test. I was like, when they come, she told me they was coming between 12 and 2:30. But at the end of the day, man, thank you. I'm glad you got this platform where you're doing stuff like this, and I'm glad you hitting your friends up and not afraid to hit them up and do shit like this, because y'all know you probably like, damn, Jackie ain't gonna reply back or nothing. I'm not one of them type of dudes.
There's a lot that did it. There's a lot of people that did it. I mean, I got a good group that's doing them, but there are some people that did.
Like I say, you might be a fan of me. I'm a fan of yours too, dude. And I only want to see you go further. So anything that, if this was a help for you, I'm glad I'm part of that help. And I'm glad you thought of me. You could have thought of anybody else, but I'm glad you thought of me. I'm glad we did this, and I'm glad, people know that we are friends. I've been knowing Justin for years, y'all. Y'all just don't know that, even though he's been looking up to me and looking around and watching me. At the end of the day, I'm a fan of this guy. I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making your parents proud of you. And just stay focused. Stay on MacGyver, man. Keep it going. And anything else with the Justin hires, if you need to get it out again, just let me know. And I wish you nothing but the best, my brother.
Man, I appreciate those words, man. Say that goes both ways, for sure.
It's all love, dude. So anytime you need me, Justin, holler at me. Anytime. You know that next time I do the show, I'm gonna be all cleaned up, braided, and more, for the ladies.
And Lord willing, next time you do the show, I'm gonna have a real deal studio for you to pull up to.
Hey, listen, if you have to do that shit outside on your porch, I'm there. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where you at, as long as you're doing something positive and productive, man. That's all that matters. It don't matter how the view, how the scenery is. That scenery can be the biggest scenery in the world sometimes. And people you gotta think, some people want to see raw and uncut shit sometimes.
Agreed.
You always gotta have the flashy and the setup. Even though I know that's what we all in our mind want, and that's what we want to do. I want to have this and that. Sometimes the shit that's not so professional makes your shit bigger than daylight.
Straight up.
Authenticity. And people want to keep, so it's like, keep that, man. If that's what you got to do, look at how you doing your show now, whatever it is that you got to take from how it looks now, try to get that same look. So when you ever do get your studio, have that same Justin Hires in the background.
Straight up.
You know, that same Justin Hires. You gotta add a little picture or something. Add a picture, but you got that same background where there's nothing on the wall, a chair. That's your show, man. It don't gotta be all flashy. You got your microphone right there. You good.
Man, Hey, I'm glad you just said that for real, bro. Nah, real talk. Straight up. Hell yeah.
Always learn, don't make things hard for yourself sometimes. It's already right there in your face. It's right there. It's right there in your face. You be looking around like, damn, all you have to do, I can tell you right now. Justin Hires, how it's written. Put the headset around the Justin Hires and a microphone somewhere. You don't have to do nothing.
I like that. Hey, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and then people gonna know it came from you.
Put the headsets right in the middle, because you see how space it is?
Right.
Put the headsets in there with the microphone. The Justin Hires, an ad show or something, whatever you call it.
Hell
and done. Justin Hires talk show, whatever it is, it can be whatever, because you got the headsets and the microphone.
Straight up. Hey, I'm not fucking around. I'm gonna use that for real. So I appreciate it.
If I ain't never told you nothing, at least I told you that.
Hey, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, big dog.
Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. And man, keep doing your thing, bro.
And tell your assistant to get better at his fucking job. I'm gone, man. I'm gone.